Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sterling, and in this video we're exploring where crochet meets Victorian style meets the Industrial Revolution, steampunk. If you're a fan of Victorian vibes, gears, and a style that is whimsical yet has a unique blend of elegance and a dark edge, then you're definitely going to love these crochet patterns. In this video, I'm going to share my favorite steampunk crochet patterns with you, and I'm going to separate them into 3 different categories: accessories, capes and cardigans, and tops and corsets. And you can find all of the exact links to all these patterns on my blog, which is linked in the description box below. All right, let's get started. First is the Victorian cowl by Creation Crochet, and this one uses cluster stitches where you work either 3 or 4 double crochet or 4 half double crochet into the same stitch. I really loved the button that they added for this one, and this one is free on their blog. Or make lace wristers like these ones by Kat Brennan. This one's perfect if you're a steampunk goth, as it has a lovely lace skull motif that blends edginess and elegance really well. It's more intermediate to make and measures 8.5 inches wide and 7.25 inches long, not including the fingered loop. The special stitch for this one is the picot, and to create it you start with the armband, then work the button band and a hand top. This one has a helpful chart to go with it, and I really liked the buttons that they used, and it's a free pattern on their blog. If you want to be warm while being steampunk, this Victorian blush muffler by Kristen Holloway's Designs is a good make. It's intermediate to make, and the special stitches here are the single crochet 2 together, 2 double crochet cluster, front post single crochet and the back post single crochet, and the front post half double crochet, as well as the shell stitch. It measures 6 3/4 inches tall by 22 inches long, and this one is a free pattern on their blog. I also liked this Elizabeth collar by Crochet Anyway. This one is beginner friendly and only uses basic stitches and the shell stitch. It's perfect to give your look an elegant vibe, and this one is also free on their blog. There is also this great tilted top hat by Crochet Verse. It's rated intermediate, as you'll need to be comfortable with holding 2 strands of worsted weight yarn and working basic stitches as well as the back post stitches. The poinsettia also gives it a wintry and Christmassy charm, perfect for the holiday season. And this one is available as a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. This Steampunk and Stars cowl by Yarn Utopia is also a good one. The special stitches used for this one are the star stitch and single crochet 3 together. I loved the fringe as well on this one. I also like the chains and button accents, and it's available as a free pattern on their blog. Or make this Victorian Dream Choker by Little John's Yarn. This one is a quick make and is beginner friendly as well, and it has a Victorian-inspired flair to it. And this one's available as a free pattern on their website as well as a YouTube video tutorial. This Steampunk hat by Carolyn Markey is also a great make. It's really quick and easy to whip up, and it's a perfect little top hat, and it's made in the round. And this one is a free tutorial on their YouTube channel. I also loved this aviator cap by Gypsy Dreamer Crochet. This one has 4 sizes: baby, toddler, kids, and adult. It's more intermediate level to make, and so you can also make them for everyone. And this one's a free pattern on their website. I also loved the Steampunk Skull Bag by Sassy Yarn Art. It was made with the mosaic crochet technique, and it makes a bag that measures 36 centimeters by 40 centimeters. The skull design is on the front as well as the back, and I like the handles and tassels as well as how they line the inside of the bag. It really gives it a complete look, and this is a paid pattern in their Etsy. This top hat by Touch of Nostalgia 7 is a great vintage pattern. I rated this one more intermediate because it is vintage, so it's good to keep in mind if you're not used to working with vintage patterns. This one would be perfect to style as a steampunk hat. Just style it with some goggles and some gears, and it's available as a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. You can also make the steampunk hat by Simply Me Holly. You make the hat with chunky yarn, which would definitely work up pretty quickly, and then use sport weight yarn to make the goggles. And I really liked all the little details with this one, and it's a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. I also loved this tiny top fascinator hat by Crafty Kitty Crochet. This one is easy to whip up, and the special stitches that are used for this one are the single crochet 2 together. And you also need to be ready to work in the round. There are also lots of helpful pictures to make this one. And I really liked how you can customize this one. You can add flowers or a mesh net if you'd like. And I also am wearing this one currently. I made this one for this video, and it's available as a free pattern on their website. I also thought that this steampunk party hat by Bohemian Mermaid is a fun one. It's made out of upcycling beer can logos, which I thought was really cool, and it only uses basic stitches to make it. And this one is a free pattern on their YouTube channel. This next one is really cool. It's a filigree sun shield. It makes an umbrella that is 25 inches in diameter, and also they used a 25-inch bamboo parasol frame. It uses lace yarn to create this gorgeous doily design, and this one is a paid pattern on their website. Or make this ember cap designed by Christina Marchand. It's perfect for keeping your ears and head warm as well, and it measures 20 inches circumference. And this one is a paid pattern on their website, and I really liked the beads that they added as well as the embroidery on this one. I also like the Steampunk leg bag by Jazz K Crochet. This one is beginner friendly as it only requires basic stitches, but you do need to be ready to add a magnetic button clasp and D-rings in order to give the bag full function and finish it off. And this one is a free pattern in their blog. It doesn't get more steampunk than a gear, and here's a beginner friendly pattern by Crochet Leaf. It's made in the round, and they either make it with size 10 thread, which makes a 3-inch or 8cm wide cog, or with DK weight yarn, and it creates a 4.5-inch or 11cm wide cog. And this one is a free pattern on their website, and it would be fun to whip up and add to anything that you want to give a steampunk charm to. Here's another cogwheel by Vintage Stitcherama. This one uses basic stitches as well and has helpful pictures, as well as 3 different cogwheel patterns. And this one's a free pattern on their blog. All right, now I'll share some capes and cardigan patterns. First is the Steampunk Cardigan by Nadia Fawad from Yarn Utopia. This particular pattern is made medium large size, and the front panel is 25 inches long by 33 inches in length for the back piece and has 36 inches around the waist. It's worked from the bottom up on the back side first, and then the 2 front panels, sleeves, and then the collar, and last embellishments are added. And this pattern is inspired by Willy Wonka, of course, and it's a free pattern on their blog. Or make this ruffled Victorian cowl by Bonita Patterns. This piece has some gorgeous ruffles in it, and they designed it using a special technique so that you don't have to weave in too many loose ends, which we definitely love. So this one would be a perfect layering piece, and it's a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. I also loved the Steampunk scarf by Hooked by Much. This pattern is beginner friendly and very easy to customize. And I really liked the yarn color choice here and the buttons that they used, and it's available as a paid pattern in their Etsy. This jeweled mechanism wrap by Kathy Merrick of Interweave is also really cool. It's made out of a cogwheel motif and uses a join as you go method to join the gears. And this one is a paid pattern on their website, and I really like the choice of color for this piece as well. Or this 7C sweater by Crochet Verse is a whimsical steampunk make. They have sizes small to 2XL on this one, and it's more intermediate level to create. This pattern has 48 pages, so it's really comprehensive. And I really liked the gorgeous lace up in the back and the buttons, and it's a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. This Lotus Blossom Cardigan by Liz Lindo is also an amazing make. It's more advanced as it uses fingering weight, and the special stitch is the Lotus Blossom stitch and the moss stitch. It is tested only for size medium, so it would take a bit of trial and error to make it a different size. But this one is a free pattern on their Ravelry, and it also has some really helpful charts, so as long as you're in the mood for tinkering, this would be a fun one to tackle. Or make this lattice lace wrap by Yarnspirations. This one is rated experienced on their website, but to me it seemed definitely doable for a confident beginner if you're ready to do some counting. It measures 24 by 65 inches or 61 by 165 centimeters. And this one's available as a free pattern on the Yarnspirations website, and I definitely think if you make it in a darker, more edgier color, it would definitely give it that steampunk vibe. Also, if you're enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe and join me back here each week. You can check out all of the exact links to all these patterns on my blog, which is linked in the description box below. And while you're on my website, don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter. I send some crochet inspiration directly to you each week over there. All right, now I'll share some corsets and tops patterns. First is this corset by Double Stitch Twins of Your Inspirations. This one is a beginner-friendly pattern and has sizes small to 3XL, and to make it you start with the belt, then the side panels, and finish it off with gorgeous lace trim. And this one is a free pattern on the Your Inspirations website, and I really liked their use of D-rings here, as well as the ribbon lace-up details on this one. Or make this Hardware Heaven Steampunk Corset by Sarah Jane Jackson. This piece could be easily layered over a dress as pictured, or on a top to transform it into a steampunk style. There's also a whole Victorian steampunk-inspired set to go along with this one, including a statement neck piece, wrist cuffs, boot spats. There are so many different sizes as well for this one. And this one's a part of a 4-pack of patterns, and it's available as a paid pattern on their Ravelry, and it's also available in English as well as in German. I also liked this chunky wrap vest by Stone Sparrow Crochet. I felt like this one would definitely work to style it for steampunk. Just throw it over a button-down top or dress, and then add some accessories like chains and a clock, or maybe some gears, and you'll definitely be good to go. This pattern has sizes medium to extra large. And here's an example of how you can style it, or at least how I was envisioning I'd style it, and it's available as a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. This next pattern is a vintage corset in the Etsy shop of Sleeping Cats. This one is whimsical, and if done in different colors, it would also definitely have that steampunk vibe to it, I thought. I loved this spiderweb back on this one. And if you add some metal or cog buttons to it and wear it with the top hat, I think it would definitely add to that steampunk look. Here is another vintage pattern called the Jane Eyre Top in the Sweet Digital's Etsy shop. It has sizes 34 to 38 inches. It will fit bust sizes 34 to 38 inches. And I really liked the lace work on this one, as well as the cuffs and collar. I also liked this Victorian Love Top by Chunky Wools. It was made from the top down, and the puffy sleeves give it that really romantic and whimsical effect, as well as the color choice. And this one has sizes extra small to extra large, and it's available as a paid pattern in their Etsy. Here is another vintage blouse. This one is crocheted using the spiderweb lace pattern on the yoke, sleeves, and the neckband. I also really liked that this one had the buttons up the back. It really gives it that vintage feel, and there are sizes small to large for this one. And this blouse is made with a steel hook, so the really tiny hooks, and it's worked all in one piece, so you only have to seam the underarms and the center back. And this one is a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. There's also this easy corset top by Yami Crochetology. It's advanced beginner friendly and would style very nicely for a steampunk vibe over a dress. For this one, you make the bodice and then the lacy edge, and then crochet the ties to tie it all together. And this one is a YouTube video tutorial on their channel, as well as a paid pattern in their online shop. Well, what did you think of my steampunk crochet patterns? Let me know in the comments below, and also don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments below what kind of crochet themes pattern you'd like to see next. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.